Hello students, welcome to Take Edu classes. Previously, I have already uploaded the number system of class 6. Today just I am going to discuss about the integer number system for class 7. And first of all, I would like to thanks to all the subscribers of my channels, all the viewers and all those who have commented on my channels. Today we are going to discuss about integer number system. Before discussing the integer number system, we have to know about the other number system, just like natural number, whole number and then integer number. First of all, we are going to discuss about natural number. So what is natural number? All the counting numbers excluding zero. That means जो नंबर को हम लोग काउंट करने के लिए यूज करते हैं जीरो को छोड़ के, सो 1 से शुरू करके 1 2 3 से शुरू करके इंफिनिटी तक, अप टू इंफिनिटी, फ्रॉम 1 टू इंफिनिटी इज नोन एज नेचुरल नंबर. सो फिर से रिमाइंडर कर लीजिए, नेचुरल नंबर वो होता है जो काउंटिंग नंबर होता है और जीरो को छोड़ के होता है. नेक्स्ट वन इज होल नंबर. What is whole number? Whole number is the natural number with zero. That means सारे natural number साथ में जीरो को लेके, zero and all the counting numbers are collectively called whole number. Zero and all the natural number. Next one is integer number. It is very important for class 7 student. What is an integer number? Integer number is consisted with all the whole numbers, that means 0 and all the counting numbers or natural numbers, and all the negative natural number or negative counting number. That means negative numbers with all the whole numbers. Negative number, negative counting numbers and all the whole numbers are collectively called the integer number. Now we are going to discuss about the types of integer and the addition of different types of integers. First of all, we have to know that there are three types of integer. Number one is negative integer, that means which carries a negative sign or minus sign. Second one is positive integer, which does not carry any sign. And third one is zero. So negative integer, positive integer and zero. Three types of integer are in the integer number system. Now we are going to discuss about the addition of different types of integer number system. First, we have to know about two specific rules for addition of integer number system. What are those two rules? Let's discuss about the rules. For the addition of integer numbers, there are two rules. Number one rule, for the same sign, normally add the numbers and keep the same sign. That means whenever we are adding two integer numbers with the same sign, then we have to normally add the numbers and keeping the same sign. Here is two example for this rule number 1, plus 9 and plus 3. Here we have two positive integer, 9 which carries a plus sign or positive sign, 3 also carries a positive sign. So for the same sign we have to normally add 9 and 3, we have to add and we will get 12, and we have to keep the same sign positive, plus. So plus 9 plus 3 equals to plus 12. For the second example, here we have the same integer, that is negative integer 9, minus 9 and minus 3. If we add 9 and 3 normal addition, then we will get 12. Okay, and then keep the same sign, that means negative sign. Here it is negative sign, so here it will also be the negative sign. And for the rule number 2, for the different sign, normally subtract the numbers and keep the sign of the larger number. For example, here we have two different types of integer, that means one is positive integer plus 9 and the second one is negative integer, that is minus 3. Normally we have to subtract the number 9 minus 3, we can get 6, and we have to keep the sign of the larger number. Here larger number is 9, so the sign is plus 6. And the second example, negative 9, that means minus 9 plus 3. Here also we have two different types of integer, negative integer and positive integer. So we have to subtract the number 9 and 3, subtraction we will get 6, and we have to maintain the sign of the larger number. Here larger number is 9 and it is in negative form, so the sign of the result would be negative. Now I am going to discuss about various properties of the addition for integer numbers. First property is closure property. What is closure property? The sum of all the integers will also be an integer. That means after addition of two integers or more than two integers, we will get an integer numbers. Here for an example, if we add 5 and 4 to our integer number, we will get 9. So 9 is also an integer number. For the second example, minus 5, that is negative integer, plus 4, we will get negative 1, minus 1. These all the numbers are integer numbers. So after the addition, we will get an integer number. This property is known as closure property. And what is the second law or second property? Second property is commutative law or commutative properties for the addition of integers. Here if A and B are two integer number, that means A is an integer number and B is also an integer number, then we will get A plus B, that means A is added to B is equals to B plus A, that means B is added to A. So जब भी हम लोग इस एडिशन को अगर अपना प्लेस चेंज कराएंगे तो रिजल्ट विल रिमेन सेम. फॉर एग्जांपल 4 plus 5, 4 is an integer number, 5 is also an integer number. After getting 4 plus 5 we will get 9, and after adding 5 and 4 we will also get 9. So the result remain same. This property is known as commutative law. Next law or next property is associative law. What is associative law? If A, B and C are three integers, any kind of three integers, then if we add A plus B and then add the result with C, we will get the same result if we add B and C and the result with A. That means here brackets are changing their places, but the result remain same. Just for example, 5 plus 4 plus 3 and I place the bracket on 4 and 3. 5 plus 4 plus 3. Here from the bracket we will get 9 and 3. 9 and 3, 12. Here from the bracket we will get 7. 5 and 7 is 12. So the result remain same. This law is known as associative law. Next one is additive identity. What is additive identity? Suppose an integer number is a and a plus 0 is equals to a, the same integer number. Similarly, 0 plus a is also the same integer number. Here 0 is called the additive identity. That means additive identity is the number or is the integer number when it gets added to the other integer number, then we will get the same integer number in return. Now the next property is additive inverse. What is additive inverse? Similarly, just like additive identity, for an integer number a, it may be positive integer or it may be negative integer. If we add a positive integer which is with its opposite sign, that means negative integer, we will get 0. Similarly, if a negative integer with its opposite sign, that means positive integer, after addition we will get 0. So for any positive integer, the additive inverse will be its negative integer, and for any negative integer, its additive inverse will be the positive integer. Now, properties for the multiplication of integers number. Similarly, as for the addition of integer number, there are some also properties for the multiplication of integer number. First is closure property, similar to the addition of integer number. What is the closure property for multiplication? If we multiply two integer numbers, then the result will also be an integer number. Just for an example, minus 5 is multiplied with 4 and we will get minus 20. So minus 5, 4 and minus 20, these all are integer numbers. Similarly, for the addition, we have already learned about commutative law. That means whenever two integers a and b are multiplied, a with b or b with a, the result will remain same. For an example, minus 5 is multiplied with 4, the result will be minus 20. Similarly, 4 is multiplied by minus 5, the result will be minus 20. So this property is known as commutative law for multiplication of integer number. The next property or next law is associative law for the multiplication of integers. Just like previously, we have already discussed about the associative law for the addition of the integer, and here we are discussing the associative law for the multiplication of integer. If three integers a, b and c are multiplied separately, that means a is multiplied with b and then the result is multiplied with c, is equals to the result of the multiplication b and c with the multiplication of a. Both are equal. For an example, if 5 and 4 is multiplied, then we will get 20, and 20 is multiplied with 3, we will get 60. Similarly, 4 and 3 is multiplied, we will get 12, and 12 is multiplied with 5, we will get 60. So both the results are same. This property is known as associative property. And the next one is distributive law. For the addition it was not present there, but for the multiplication it is distributive law, a new law. For the distributive law, if we multiply sum of two integer numbers, then the result will be the same if we multiply the numbers separately with this number. That means here the sum of b and c is multiplied with a, and we will get the same result if we multiply A with B and A with C, and the results are added here. If we add these two results, we will get the same result as like this. Just for example, 5 is multiplied with the addition of 3 and 4. We will get 35. 3 and 4, 7. 5 and 7 multiplied 35. Similarly, if we multiply 5 with 3, we will get 15. If we multiply 5 with 4, we will get 20. So 15 and 20 separately. And if we add this 15 and 20, we will get 35. So the result is pretty similar to the previous one. 35 equals to 35. This law is known as distributive law for the multiplication of integer numbers. So the next property is multiplicative identity. For every integer A, we have a number which when multiplied by the integer, then we will get the integer number return. That means A is multiplied with 1, we will get A in return. Similarly, 1 is multiplied with A, we will get A return. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for the multiplication of integer number. The next one is multiplicative inverse. What is multiplicative inverse? Multiplicative inverse of a non-zero integer A is the number 1 by A. Just look about this line, non-zero integer. So the integer must be non-zero here. If an integer number A, then its multiplicative inverse will be the reciprocal of A, that means 1 by A. If we multiply A with the reciprocal 1 by A, then we will get 1. Similarly, if we multiply 1 by A with its reciprocal A, then also we will get 1. So 1 multiplicative inverse means the reciprocal of that integer number. So dear students, the next property is property of 0. For every integer A, we have A multiplied by 0. That means whenever we multiply an integer number with 0, we will get 0 as the result. Similarly, if we multiply 0 with an integer number, then also we will get 0 as the result. So dear students, if you like the video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell button so that any kind of notification you will get in your smartphone or in your laptop. And also press the like button. And also comment on my videos so that I can improve myself better and better. Thank you.